I'm recording my entire Magic playing life for the entirety of 2024 in this little black book, and here's what May gave us. So, in terms of actually, buying cards, upgrading decks, that kind of thing, not a huge amount of that actually happened in May. I did a little bit of tweaking to my Missy deck right at the start, I believe on the 1st of May, actually. But beyond that, I haven't really done much. Most of my interaction with the game during the month was, well, games, just playing, and a few odd assorted things from around playing the game. The big one that I started with was, I mentioned it briefly in the April video, I have started what I'm calling my incentives chart. Basically, you can see me, I'm a big lad, and I want to lose a bit of it. So, I am incentivizing myself to go to the gym more often, using Magic cards. It's dweeby, and I don't care. It works. I am essentially giving myself an allowance for however many times I go to the gym in a certain amount of time. I allow myself to buy a card of relative value or a deck or what have you on my list of things. I've done one, which is to acquire an Edgin Larcenist Lutenist. That's about 20 quid, so that was a reasonable starting goal. But I've also got, I want to get a full set of fetch lands. That's further down the list. Or do some upgrades to decks, or buy full decks like my Holger list or whatnot. And basically, I'm using this as an excuse to try and get my lazy ADHD-riddled arse, out of the house and actually exercising to get rid of some of this kind of stuff, which I think is working quite well so far, though obviously there's no real results because it's only just started, frankly. I also want to bring mention to the Everything Comes to Dust video that I posted a while back because, frankly, it blew the fuck up on TikTok, and I am so happy about that. It's the first video on TikTok of mine to reach over 3.5k views, which it currently sits at now, and over 100 likes, as it's over 109. It's, as much as I'm doing this and I'm enjoying doing this for the sake of doing it, it is nice to actually see growth, see things popping off, see that people actually want to watch this shit, basically. And I'm really happy with it. So anybody who's here from, following me after that video, hi, hello, thanks. It's also doing pretty well on YouTube. It's done the best of my shorts for a long time after the Mandate of Peace short that I did a while back. But yeah, it's all going fantastically well, so I'm very thankful for that as well. The other major thing that I've been doing in regards to Magic outside of actually playing games in May, and frankly for the start of June, considering we're halfway through it at this point, prepping for MagicCon Amsterdam. Yes, me and my partner are going off to Amsterdam, flying away into Europe, to attend MagicCon, which is going to be great fun. We're only there for a day, not the whole weekend, sadly, but it's just going to be nice to engross myself in the whole Magic ecosystem and whatnot, possibly meet some people, get some cards signed, and, I've ordered a few cards. I suppose that was a June thing, but I've ordered a few cards, like the Kieran Yanna's Save the Moment, and Nuclear Fallout, that's the one, the Jason Rainville version, to get those signed, as well as a rather large amount of Solemn Simulacra for a deck that I have been working on for God knows how long now, and I finally want to put together. It's called The Sad Tide. I'm going to talk about it in a different video. But yeah, so that's going to be great fun. In terms of games, I actually had a really good, month in May. I played 10 games and won 4 of them. So yeah, 40% win rate, that's bloody high. And, I mentioned before that Missy got some upgrades, and you can definitely tell because 2 of those 4 wins were Missy. She only lost 1 game out of the 3 that she was playing in, considering it's a 4-player game. That's pretty fucking good. Also, 2 decks I brought out of hiatus were the other 2 that won games. Kemba, mono-white equipment, and Cecily and Vernog, 4-colour greenless blink. They both got wins after, especially for Cecily and Vernog, quite a long hiatus, so that was nice. And, well, in terms of decks, I didn't really have any standout, like, awful ones. There was one deck which probably needs a bit of tweaking, my 12th Doctor and Graham O'Brien list. I love that deck, but after actually looking at the deck list, I've realised that it's so high-end heavy. There's not very many 1 or even 2 mana cards in the deck, so I'm going to need to mess around with that. But, yeah, honestly, I had a pretty great month in May. What with the video blowing up and getting all those wins and, well, actually getting my arse off this bloody chair to do stuff in terms of the incentive chart. So, I'm happy. God, this series really has just turned into my magic video diary, hasn't it? Well, I'm not disappointed by that. So, I'll see you all later. Ta-ta for now.